welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. I've got my helper today, my granddaughter Isla, and today we are going to make some meatloaf and we're going to make some homemade enchilada sauce and some enchiladas. So we're going to get started with roasting our peppers, and while that's going, then we'll get working on our meatloaf.
Let's get started.
Okay, so
Let's go over it a little bit more.
okay. So our recipe actually calls for dried ancho peppers and dried guajillo peppers. Guajillo peppers. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But I can smell these. But the only thing I could find in my local store were these California peppers. So we're gonna try those and we'll see how this goes.
Let's get started.
So we need to put our peppers in a non-stick skillet. We're going to use a cast iron skillet over medium heat. And we just want to toast them for a minute or two. We don't want to toast them too long because then they'll be bitter. Okay. So we need about 6 ounces of peppers. This is 16, so we need about half a bag would be 8. We need 6, so we need a little less than half a bag. So I'm gonna let that. It's just starting to heat up. Don't touch your eyeball after you. Did it smell spicy?
No, it smells.
Oh no.
They smell sweet.
Okay.
I'll wash my hands.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Before we get like cooking and stuff.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna lay my peppers out in my cast iron skillet here, and we don't want to put any oil in. We're just gonna dry roast these. There's already oils in the peppers.
I have like a towel.
There are some towels right there.
Okay.
These right here. All right. Okay.
When I bit into my mouth, it like tasted hot. That smell.
Oh yeah.
And I spent the night here with my grandma.
That's right.
And my grandpa is gone, so it's just me and my grandma.
Yep. It's Grandma-Granddaughter Day.
Uh-huh. And are you guys excited for Halloween tomorrow? Because I am. And Grandma is too.
Yeah. I probably won't get any trick-or-treaters here, so now that we live so far out.
But I love going to the firemen where they would give us candy.
Oh, yeah?
That was really fun. Okay, because that thing is creepy. It's squishy. Look at this. It's squishy. This side is really squishy.
Yeah, it's just a foam head with a mask on it. All right. Here, I'll roast it. Okay, I think this batch is
Roast?
I think these are done.
Oh, I can hear the little seeds in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people would cut the middle open.
That's what we're gonna do.
And open up the patch and take all the seeds out and put it in a little bowl. So that's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna take the seeds out and and toss them.
Into something which you don't know.
We'll just throw them out. We might just give them to the chickens. They can eat them.
Because they like spicy.
Okay. I think that's probably...
My grandma has chickens, and these are the egg from a chicken. And sometimes when I spend the night here, I come and I get the chicken's eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And she has goats.
Yep. once we get the, what time is it? Once we get these peppers roasted, then we need to go out and feed the animals. So we'll go out and feed the chickens and the goats.
Yep.
Okay? Hear the rooster? He says, wake up, people.
Well, we got awake before the chickies. It was like, we woke up and like, it was still kind of nighttime, but I woke up before Grandma woke up early. She kept walking last night into the kitchen, back to the room, you were like walking into here and then went back in.
Because the dog kept wanting outside. I had to keep letting Bear out.
And we woke up early before anybody else in the world.
Maybe not before anybody else in the world, but it was kind of early. It was about 6:30.
I know that's not the seeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't doing that before we toasted them. But the pan's hot, honey. All right,
That's
last
a big
one.
That's a big one.
Okay, we're gonna take these over and let them cool, and then we're gonna go feed the animals, and then we will be back to take the seeds out.
So bye.
So now we're going to take off the stems and take the seeds and membranes out of the middle. These aren't supposed to be really hot, but just in case, I'm gonna put on some gloves.
Okay, just dump those seeds out. And that's what people would do. Oh! Does that...
Do they smell spicy? I can't smell them. Do they smell spicy? Let's see.
They smell sweet.
Oh, they do smell sweet.
And my grandma lets me have coffee no matter what.
It's decaf, just in case anybody's wondering.
I have it every single time if I spend the night with my little grandma. And look at this cup. Look at this cup, guys. Don't you love it? Okay. Oh, wow.
Ooh, 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 that's a knife. What are you doing?
I try to give it to you. Right, guess what my grandma's gonna be? It's the scariest thing that you ever see. It's grandma.
It's grandma.
Woo! If you guys could smell these right now, if you guys are making these, and if it's live right now and you're watching it, just whoo! It smells sweet.
So I'm gonna put these in a glass bowl instead of a plastic bowl. So they don't smell, the plastic doesn't smell like peppers when I'm done.
My grandma, every single year for a holiday, she goes way far out with her decorations and plans.
That's true.
Way too far out.
Too far? You
Yeah.
want me to stop getting you so many presents?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. Do you want me to stop decorating the house?
No.
Okay.
I want you to see decorations.
Okay.
I meant for like decorations, you go way too far out.
Nah, I don't. Who told you that?
La 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 la. Oh yeah, I got lots of meals now.
That's silly. Okay, this is the last pepper.
Yep. Yuppie, yuppie, yup.
Okay, get all my seeds picked up here.
And roll my sleeves.
This will be our bowl of stuff we'll give to the chickens.
Yeah, after we're done with them.
After we're all done, yep. Okay. All right, so let me see now what it says. Okay. Okay, so now we need, let me see. We need 4 cups of boiling water or chicken broth, and I have actually some chicken stock that I'm gonna use.
Okay.
Dog, you are getting on my last nerve. I just let you back in. What are you doing?
I was like, this is the one last time.
All right, so I'm gonna put my chicken stock in, let me think.
Show it to the camera.
I'm looking at that camera.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put this in the microwave and heat it up.
Uh-huh. So yes, this is what
Not
we're
quite.
doing today.
So we get our bowl out for our meatloaf.
Wow. This is a beautiful bowl.
You are so silly. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get started mixing up our meatloaf. We want to preheat the oven to 350, so I'm gonna get that started.
This is where we put our pumpkin guts.
That is where we put our pumpkin guts.
And I can still see some of the guts.
There are no pumpkin guts left in there, Goofy.
But they're septic.
It's been washed like 20 times.
But look at that stuff.
Look at what stuff. There's water in it because I just washed
But
it.
look.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's a little bit of the, I didn't quite get all the salad dressing out of there.
If I was here, this would not been the best day ever, but today is the best day ever. Like I tell you what's gonna be the best day ever? Halloween, everybody. Even you.
I am going to, we're going to triple this recipe. So we need 6 pounds of ground beef.
Scissors. Okay, I know I'm holding on this, but I'm safe with scissors, okay, guys? So, I'm good. I'm safe with scissors, guys. I used scissors before. Never cut myself. I never cut yourself.
Okay, don't go crazy with those scissors now. Trying to show how you don't cut yourself. Okay.
How I don't cut myself is I like don't like go crazy with it.
That's good.
Or sometimes you poke your eye, poke your face, poke anything.
That's right.
It may break something, which is really bad.
That's true.
Or one of your parents, grandma.
All right, so here I've got our hot chicken broth. I'm just gonna pour it over the peppers.
Just. Oh, do you smell that, Grandma?
I smell it. It smells amazing, doesn't it? All right, so we're just gonna set our peppers to the side while we work on our meatloaf. Oh my goodness, that bowl's heavy.
This is our meatloaf.
Well, right now it's just hamburger, but it's gonna be meatloaf.
Yeah.
So Grandma's gonna squeeze all that out.
I need to put my sleeves back.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, now just go like this. Just kind of go like that, and the rest of it will just kind of fall out. All right, we'll throw that in the trash. All right, so there's our ground beef. And then we need, let's see, 1.5.
Be quiet, Train. We hear you.
So we need 4.5 cups of oats. Well, oh.
Oh, there it is. Oats. Can I open the oats lid?
Yep. You can.
I like gloves on so you don't have to wash your hands after.
Okay, don't get your bloody hands all over everything. Okay, so 4.5 cups. 1. Half. All right, then we need 1.5 cups of diced onion, a fresh cutting board, so just in case the peppers are spicy. Will you go open the door for the dog? Just pull it.
dicing it?
Well, I'm gonna slice it and then I'm gonna cut the slices in little pieces. And then it'll be diced.
That's how you dice it? Oh, like that? Oh, it gets
Dice.
all over the place.
It does, but Grandma's messy.
Like, you know how people like cut it, they hold it everything like.
I know, Grandma can't cut it that fast because I'll chop my finger off. So dicing means cut it very small in little, see how those little pieces are?
Yeah, and sometimes my dad would, like, after it's diced, she would cut it up a little bit more. Sometimes what my dad would do after she diced it, she would cut it up after it's all done, for it can be a little bit smaller more.
Yeah, this is small enough. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see, we need a cup and a half. Let's see if this is gonna do it. Oh, you know what?
It is.
I think that is just about perfect. So I'm not measuring this last bit, but it's about a half a cup. Close enough. Maybe a little more, but it will be fine. Ooh, that's burning that where I cut my finger yesterday. Okay. Then we also need 3 large eggs for each recipe. So that's 3 times 3. How many eggs is that? 3 plus 3 plus 3. How many eggs?
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's right. Okay,
So we need 9.
we do need 9.
She's the one who taught me how to cut, like, break over the eggs.
Okay, so what I'm
Oh,
gonna
those
do...
eggs from the chicken?
Yep.
She doesn't have to go any store to buy these eggs because she got chickens that get her eggs for her. Some eggs are kind of green, which that's really cool.
Yeah, they're supposed to be blue, but they look kind of green, don't they? This one looks more blue than this one.
Look how pretty these colors are.
Okay, so break it open in here first, just so we can make sure that it's okay. And then I'm gonna get you a bowl to put the shells in.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Okay,
Okay, I broke it.
What?
I broke it.
Okay, so go ahead and break it into there. Whoops. It'll be easier without.
That's why I have gloves on.
It'll be easier without the gloves, goofball. Okay, and I'm gonna use a fork.
I get a white egg.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna do one at a time. And is that a piece of shell? Let's see. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 egg at a time. So I can we'll make sure it's okay, and then I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. That way if we drop shell in there by accident, we can get it out, okay?
Yeah, that's why you're looking at it before I went.
Okay, so there's one. And then we're gonna make some meatloaf seasoning. So we're gonna use 3 teaspoons of paprika. Actually, I have smoked paprika, so that's what we're using. There we go.
Tell me when to stop, okay?
You need 3 of them, so that one and then one more, that's good. There you go, just dump that. All right. Go ahead and dump all that in there. There you go. Ooh, that smells good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh.
a teaspoon and a half of black pepper.
Ooh, black. 1, 2.
And a teaspoon and a half of onion powder. Oh, let me see if I have onion powder. All right, I do not have onion powder. I have onion salt, but we've already put salt in it, so we're just gonna leave that out.
Uh-huh. Oh, these smell so good.
Okay, you wanna pour that in?
Ooh. So all it
Uh-huh.
in here?
Yep. There you go. Good job. And then we are going to put some Worcestershire sauce in. Oh, Grandma will do this, honey. And I didn't measure, I just kind of went to town on that, so. Okay, that's right, it doesn't matter. So now we are just going to mix this up with our hands until it's all well mixed.
I can get some gloves on.
Got to put it.
Feel weird?
A little bit. Are you pretend mixing?
Why are you saying?
Oh, sorry. Ooh, it's cold.
Ooh, I can smell it.
Smells good, doesn't it?
It is.
So we just want to make sure that all of our oats and our seasoning and eggs, just make sure everything all gets incorporated in with our meat. Make sure that we don't have any dry oatmeal and no big chunks of egg that don't appear to be mixed in. Oh, there's some dry oatmeal, or oats, I mean.
Is it supposed to be dry?
Well, it was dry when we put it in. We just want to make sure we don't want to leave any dry. Remember, Grandma said we don't want to leave it dry?
Yes.
Because if we leave it dry, then it won't cook as well.
And we have to restart everything.
Well, no, we won't restart everything. It just won't work out as well.
Yeah.
And you don't get any, puppy, sorry. Okay, what do you think? Think that looks pretty well mixed?
Yep.
I think it does. All right, I should have done this before I mixed this, but so I'm gonna wash my hands and get my pans ready.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, so our recipe says to put this in just like a regular bread pan, a regular loaf pan. I am actually going to bake it on some cookie sheets. So I'm going to cover them with foil first, just to make the cleanup easier. Here. You do that one. Makes it so our pan's not so yucky to clean up. All right, so I'm going to divide our mixture kind of into thirds, and I'm going to make 3 loaves out of it. So actually, Isla, will you put that other pan out for me and just line all 3 of them up like this? Can you do that for me? They're stacked together. And we'll just turn them like this. Like that. That way I can just put some of this. You smell that, don't you, buddy? Don't you, buddy? Uh-oh. Dry oats. All right, let's see here. Okay, don't touch it. Grandma will do it. Do you want to put this bowl over there in the sink for me?
Yep.
Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to kind of shape these into...
Which side?
Just put it on that side, it's fine then. Just shape these into some loaves. Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, shape them into kind of like a bread, what we started out with. Mm-hmm. You're going to just kind of shape it like that. With the bread when you first make it. We're going to shape it like bread.
And these are not at all the same size. I'm going to put some of this over here.
we're done with that part.
So I'm gonna wash my hands again because I've got. Now, if we were gonna eat these right away, I would go ahead and put some ketchup or barbecue sauce or something on the top. But since I'm making them to freeze, okay. So actually, I changed my mind. I am going to freeze these and not bake them first. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover them lightly with this foil that we put on our pan.
Can you do that too?
I'm just gonna, just very lightly, it doesn't have to be, I just want to help cover it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I might put another piece of foil over the top of these. And actually, I'm gonna put and let me see, maybe I want to cook that one. Okay, I think I am going to go ahead and bake one. So we'll undo this. I know, Grandma's all over the place today, huh? Okay, so these two are going to go, I'm going to put them downstairs in my freezer, and when they're pretty well frozen, then I'm going to wrap them in plastic and put them in a bag, plastic baggie, and to keep them fresh. Oh goodness, they're heavy. Okay, so this one, we can go ahead and put some ketchup on. All right, so I've got some ketchup that I made a few weeks ago with some of the tomatoes that my dad gave me. So I've got my ketchup here. Smells really good. All right, so I'm gonna pour some ketchup. Well, actually, I'm gonna start
That smells like spaghetti or like sauce.
Really?
It does.
It does kinda. Actually, I'm gonna stir this up a little bit. And I'm just gonna pour some of this ketchup on. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Okay. So, what did you say, you're going to sleep?
Ow.
All right. So now we're gonna put this in the oven. We've got it preheated to 350. Watch your hair, honey. We don't want we don't want Isla hair in our ketchup, in our meatloaf. Okay. So we've got our oven preheated to 350. We are going to bake it for 50 minutes and then pull it out, add another layer of ketchup, and cook it for another 10 or 20 minutes, depending on what we think in terms of how the top is browning. In we go. So while our meatloaf is cooking, we're going to go ahead and move on with our enchiladas. Okay, so our peppers have been sitting in the hot chicken broth while we made our meatloaf, so it's been at least 20 minutes. We're going to put our peppers and liquid in the blender, and the recipe says to add to it we need a medium onion, 2 ripe tomatoes, and 4 peeled garlic cloves. I have some already prepared tomato, onion, and garlic mixture that I canned from some of my dad's tomatoes because we had so many. So I'm going to start with part of this jar and we'll see how that goes.
Grandma?
I need the scissors.
That's a cute blender.
Got my new blender, first time using it, I'm so excited. So I'm going to start with these peppers. I don't want to splash everything everywhere, so I'm going to do like this. Ooh.
It's like you're putting like seaweed in there.
It does look like seaweed.
Red seaweed. There's some on your dad's blender.
I am making a mess.
On your new blender.
I know. Oh my
Grandma,
goodness.
you got some all the way down here.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'm making a terrible mess. Can you reach my wash rag?
Yeah. It's a wash rag.
I made a mess on my new blender. Oh no.
You have to clean it for it to look brand new.
That's right.
For it to smell bad.
Yeah, we don't want it to smell like peppers, do we? Okay, there we go. Got that wiped off. Ooh, there's more juice under here. See that sliding all over? Okay. I don't really know how this works, so I guess we'll see. Do I know how?
Let's see.
Ooh, that
looks brand new.
looks good. How do I get this out? There we go. So let's go ahead and add some of our
Ingredients. And our sauce.
So we'll go ahead and add some of our tomato, onion, and garlic mixture.
Pour that in there.
I don't know how much I'm going to need, but I can smell those peppers, so let's go ahead and add the whole jar. Put this back on so we don't end up with sauce flying everywhere. It does smell really good. Okay, let's see what else we need to put in this puppy. And all remaining ingredients. What else is left? So we need some salt, some oregano, and some cumin. Okay, so we need a teaspoon of salt.
Put that
And I have a 3/4 right here, so.
There's a little hole on top of her.
And then we need a teaspoon of cumin. We need a teaspoon of oregano. This calls for Mexican oregano. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, so this calls for Mexican oregano. I just have regular oregano, so that's what I'm going to use. And what did I say we need? A teaspoon. All right. Alrighty.
You have to pop that open a little bit.
Oh.
I know.
I think it needs more salt. We'll just stir that in now. All right, so we're gonna pour our sauce back in this bowl. Rinse this out. You can strain your sauce if you feel like there's skins in there. Mine is mixed up pretty well. I don't see any skins from the peppers. And the tomatoes and onion, all that didn't have any skin already. But I do think this needs a little more salt. So I'm gonna add that. What?
I'm over here
Right.
just looking at you.
Let's go a little more heavy with the salt. Yeah, that's much better. All right. Okay. So now we've got our sauce ready, which it made way more than I'm going to need. So we're going to cook up our last 2 pounds of ground beef. Then we're going to shred our cheese, and then we're going to start putting our enchiladas together. You know what I just forgot? What I just remembered?
Huh.
So we do have another step to our sauce. Now we're supposed to cook it.
Look at it.
I know. Grandma the ding-a-ling. Okay. So we're going to put a tablespoon of oil in a sauce pot, and then we're going to put our sauce in there and let it cook. We're going to let it simmer uncovered for about a half an hour. We've got our enchilada sauce in this pot, and it's at a simmer now. We've got it at a simmer. We're gonna let it cook for about a half an hour and stir it every once in a while, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And then by that point, the ground beef should be done, and we should have our cheese all shredded and ready to get going.
I know what this little part is in there for. You know why it's like this little like square?
What?
For the cheese can go inside of there.
That is correct. Move your squash. If you need help, you let me know.
Okay, so this is really fun.
Get your hair back, honey, okay?
Yeah.
Because we don't want hairy cheese. That would be gross, wouldn't it? Okay. Do this. Got about 6 more minutes for our sauce. Whoop. I'm gonna throw cheese on the floor. And then we can check our meatloaf, add another little layer of ketchup and put it back in. How's the cheese taste? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're right. This makes my arm hurt too.
When you're doing something like...
Whose idea was this?
Huh?
Whose idea was this?
To do what?
To shred this cheese.
Mm-hmm. The menu?
Oh, yeah, you're right. The menu. All right. So there's our cheese.
You made a
I don't know
mess.
how much cheese we have there, but that should be plenty. Oh, this smells delicious. All right. So here's our first 50 minutes.
Ooh, that looks
I'm going to go ahead and add another little spoon of ketchup on the top and put it back in for another 10 or 15 minutes, and we just want to make sure that that meat is done. Our enchilada sauce is done. Our ground beef is done. I added some enchilada sauce to the ground beef. I made a mess, of course.
Always.
Okay. Always, yes, always. So I just have store-bought flour tortillas here. You could obviously make your own, but
We like to buy them.
well, I just didn't think I had enough time to do
Like, make...
everything at once. Yep. Let me get the cheese back out. Okay, so I have these, oops. I have these foil sheets. And I'm going to lay 2 tortillas on the tray.
Yep.
I'm gonna add a little spoon of enchilada sauce to each one.
Which smells really good and it's gonna taste good.
It does smell really good.
And we can't wait until we try it.
Okay.
You.
Just gonna do. What do I want to do here? I'm just gonna do. Oh, here. I'll use this piece of foil that I ripped to be for my space. Okay. Then we're gonna add
Piece of the meat
a little row of meat here,
on the tortilla.
kind of just off center. And you can use as much or as little meat as you want, whatever makes sense for what you're making, whatever size tortillas you have. I think these are medium, so they're like soft taco size, but you can use whatever size you want to use. Then we're going to just put some cheese on the top of this. We don't need that. And we're just gonna roll them up, starting with the side that's got the meat on it. Oop.
It's one of some.
Lay them seam side down. And whoops, I like to put 2 in a package. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of cheese over the top of these. And then I'm just gonna wrap these up. So there we have our first 2 enchiladas all wrapped up.
Oh, we have our second 2.
Oh shoot, that first package. I forgot. You actually want to add another little spoonful of sauce over the top of these once they're rolled, and then put your cheese on. I forgot on the first one, but it'll be fine. They will still get eaten. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Alright, so the oven is going off, so let me go check the meatloaf. It should be done. Okay, so I just checked the temperature, the internal temperature on that meatloaf, and it's not quite as high as it needs to be, so I put it back in for another 5 minutes and we'll check it again. Alright, looks like this might be the last couple of enchiladas that I'm gonna get. That's fine. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll give us 14. So that'll be good for a few meals for me and my husband.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So here are our last 2 enchiladas, getting ready to be wrapped up.
And move out the last bits of it. And we only have 14, and that's a lot, so we don't need any more.
I've got more ground beef frozen, but I'm just gonna go with these for now. And I've got quite a bit of enchilada sauce left, so I'm gonna go ahead and jar that up and can it, and then I'll just put it downstairs in my storage, and then when I want to make more enchiladas, I will have the sauce ready.
Her storage is actually her food storage.
Yeah, my food storage.
Not like a storage for like when you're gonna move out or anything. It's a storage of food.
Yeah. So like I said, these work pretty well for putting them back in. I've got these other 3 that I'm just gonna put. Watch your toes, baby. Just gonna put these other 3 packages in a regular Walmart, or not Walmart, a regular Ziploc bag. So I'm just gonna mark the date and what these are. And the date really isn't a big issue because these probably will not last very long once my husband knows they're there. Alright, so these packages of enchiladas will go down in our freezers.
And my Halloween party is my Halloween party is on Monday 31st. And it's really fun.
Okay, has reached an internal temperature of 170, so it's done. It's safe to eat now. So we've got that. We're going to let it cool. Once it's cooled, I'm going to wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator. And I'll probably have some. We might have some for lunch. Do you like meatloaf?
What's meatloaf?
It's this.
I never tried it before.
Okay, we can try it. So we might have some for lunch, or else I might have some for dinner. My husband is out of town until tomorrow afternoon, so we'll probably have some for dinner tomorrow night as well. All right, I'm gonna put my little bit of cheese I have left over and my leftover tortillas back in the fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this sauce in these jars, and I can water bath can them, but I'm gonna need to add some lemon juice so that they're safe for canning. About a tablespoon of lemon juice in each jar. Because this sauce is room temperature now, I am going to get my water bath canner and put the jars in with room temperature water and then let it come to a boil with the jars in there, because you don't want to have different temperature jars, sauce, and water, because that's how you end up with breakage. Okay, watch out. Don't splash, don't splash, don't splash. Okay. Oh, I might only end up with 2. Okay, I didn't have nearly as much as I thought. Okay. Actually, it looks like perfect 2. Oh goodness, this bowl is so heavy. Okay. All right, so I didn't need those other 2. I'm going to go ahead and wipe these off, and then I'll get some new lids and some rings and get them ready to can. Okay, so we cleaned off the rims of our jars, and I've got new lids. We're going to put the rings on, and then I'm going to get my water bath canner going, get these in them, and get them processing. Alright, so there we go. So we're going to finish in this video right here. Alright, so that is going to do it for today's video. I am going to go ahead and put all these recipes that I used down in the description box, so you guys can use them if you'd like. And I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you're new here, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. And we will see you on the next video.
Bye!